That is hardcore.
This is hardcore shit.
But for me, it's harder and harder to resist.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hardcore Horror with Mike and Brigitte. Hey, over there, Brigitte. We're
What's up,
getting
Mike?
into the summer months of June. Here we go.
Yes, it's hot.
All right. Hot as hell. Hot as hell over here. Yeah,
Right, it is.
absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm.
So listen, later on, I'm going to share an interview I did. It's with an independent filmmaker from Pennsylvania, actually. He's made a lot of movies. So, yeah, I'm going to share that with you later on. We'll check out and see what all he has to say. Before we get
Cool.
there, what do you got going on?
Oh man, shit! There's so much going on. It's I haven't said last time I saw you, Mike, was in Louisville, Kentucky, and
Yeah.
since then, right after that, I had my very first Godsmack concert.
Okay.
Holy shit! It did not disappoint at all. Dude, they rock. If you haven't seen Godsmack, go see them. Anyways, I had to throw that out there. And so after that, man, did the Texas Frightmare again, Texas Frightmare weekend.
Mhm.
I think that's the largest con in the US. And always a good time. Lots of crazy things happen there. If you I don't think I've even told you this part, but remember the last podcast I talked about a little short film that we did, right? Remember,
Yeah.
called
Yeah.
Termite
Oh,
Fantasies.
yeah.
Termite Fantasies. So literally, once we arrive in Texas, Tracy gets a message from the director, and he was like, "Hey, man, I completely forgot to tell you, but I put together a trailer and submitted it to Texas Frightmare, and they accepted it. So,
Oh,
so you guys are
cool.
going to be on the big screen in Texas again. Yay!" Billy Pond with Bloody Bill Productions is it's the faux trailers, even though Termite Fantasies is not a faux film. It's not a fake film, it's a real film.
Right.
We figured out that like half of the trailers are all faux films and half of them are real films, but it's a
Okay.
trailer. It's a good time.
Yeah.
So we get up there and Billy Pond's like, "Hey, yeah," and he's like, "Hey, this short film just got it accepted. It took me like 2 days to realize that it's Tracy West. So Tracy West, come on, Bridget, come on up here." And I was like, "Why the fuck is he calling us on the stage? Like, what's happening?" We get up there and he's like, "Yeah," Tracy shows up white and naked on whatever, and he goes, "Tell us a little bit about that, Tracy." And he hands him the microphone, and I was thinking, oh my God, I'm so glad he hands him the microphone, because if he handed it to me, I wouldn't know what the hell to say. And Tracy looked at Billy and he goes, "Where do I start?" And he goes, "Man, you got the microphone, say whatever you want to say." And he goes, "This is all," I was just like, he goes, "Bridget, how are you?" I was like, "I'm fine." He goes, "How long have we been together?" And I was like, "Where's this going? What's happening?" I was like, "A long time." And he said he forgot what he was supposed to say. And he said, "Papa wants what Papa gets." And he got down on one knee in front of 500 people and proposed to me. So, I mean, I'm engaged. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did. I said congratulations on social media. Yeah, I saw that. It's very cool.
That was pretty crazy. I'll tell you, everybody knew but me. And I think it's so funny that Billy Pond and Kelly Wilson were so in on it. Kelly Wilson had sent me an email, and she said, "Hey girl, spoken to the dead. We got some exciting things, girl, but we need more measurements from you. We need your ring size, your pinky size, and your wrist size." Well, they did all that to get my ring size to give to Tracy. They threw me off, dude, because I had no idea.
Gotcha.
That was pretty sneaky, I thought, but
Very sneaky.
yeah. But it's a great time. Lots of fun people. God, it's such cool vibes there at Texas Frightmare, and it's really cool. But there was one booth we went up to, and man, I saw this T-shirt. Look, I brought it out here to show you. So check this out. I love my clown shirts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Call 976 clown. Isn't that awesome? So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know whose booth it was, right? And the lady that was kind of running the booth and showing us the shirts, she's standing there talking to me, and she goes, "Don't look behind you." And I was like, "Why? Is there a monster behind me?" And she goes, "Oh, it's Piggy D." And I was like, "Who the hell's Piggy D?" And this guy goes, "Hey, cool, sure, yeah." And he's talking and he's like, "Hey, I got these hot sauce," and he gave us these hot sauces. then I'm talking to this guy. He's like, where you guys live at? And we're like, Nashville. And he goes, I just finished up a show in Nashville. And at that moment, it dawned on me. I was like, this motherfucker's in Marilyn Manson, isn't he? So, and isn't that who he is, right? So I was like, super cool guy. And I was like, oh, my buddy Mike just was at that show. That's so awesome.
Yeah,
So
I was.
I had no idea. I didn't know who he was. And he's super cool guy. Super cool. So we bought a t-shirt off of him, and he come over and gave us some hot sauce, some of his personal hot sauce or whatever is cool.
Oh,
went around the corner, and then we seen our friend Scara.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If
you go back to episode 67 of the Hardcore Horror Podcast, Hardcore Mike and Brigitte, she was episode 67. You know, I walked up to her and I was like, she know who I am, because I bet she talks to a lot of damn people.
Sure.
I went right up there and she goes, Bridget Tracy. I was like, dude, this chick is awesome. Really, really cool. So, you know, we had to support her. So she just come out with her own movie. It's Damsel in the Doomed. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. She was talking about that on the podcast, I think.
She was, yeah. So so if you're listening to our podcast and not watching it, I'm showing a picture of the movie Damsel of the Doomed. I think you can. She has these available. Do a little Google search of Scara Damsel in the Doomed. You should be able to buy a copy of it. But it's actually pretty funny. It's got some fun gore, you know. But it's actually a really kind of fun movie. I thought she did a great job on it. Really good, and she's just naturally a good actress. So
yeah, sweet.
So lots of cool stuff there. But anyways, it's been a really, really fun time. Scarefest, we moved on to Scarefest. After Texas Frightmare, we come home for like a week. And then we got back on the road again, went to Lexington, Kentucky for Spawn of Scarefest. And that was really cool. I got to see some of the Circus of the Dead 2 cast that I haven't seen in, a year. So we're all pumped up about it. So we finally got a date. Bill Oberts Jr., who plays Popcorn, has just finished up a film that he's been working on, so we can finally start working on Circus of the Dead Part 2. And I got some pretty cool news about Circus of the Dead. I've been talking about this shit for 3 years, 2 years, whatever, long time. And, I was a contest winner. I was a contest winner where I got to be killed by a clown. I don't know, somehow we've made really good friends with Billy and Kelly, and I think they've seen some of our acting skills, and I think we might have a little bit bigger of a role.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can't tell a whole lot about it just yet.
Will you still maybe get killed or no? Oh
yeah. Everybody fucking dies in Circus of Dead. You don't live in Circus of Dead unless you're Popcorn and his posse. Right. Most likely, I'm gonna die. I was like, Billy, I could kill the shell. Somebody, if you want. He goes, oh, everybody's got to die. You got to die. Okay. Yeah. So we've been super, super busy. So, and I got a little small. So my list of movies, Mike, is so tiny. I do have a few, but it's very, very, very tiny list. I've been judging a screenplay contest for an upcoming con, and so I've been doing a lot of reading, more than I would normally do. So, but it's been kind of fun though. It's different,
Yeah. Well, before we get to the movies and stuff, a couple of things. You'd mentioned last time we saw each other was at the Louisville Horror Con up there when we did a little podcast up there. We did one with Honey the Mail Girl.
Honey the Mail Girl, the OG.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. But of course, suffice to say, that con was a little scarce when it came to people. There wasn't a whole lot of attendees at the event there, and lo and behold, obviously, after the event, it was announced pretty soon afterward that they weren't going to have it anymore. That it was going away, which isn't probably very surprising to most of the vendors that was there.
Oh, but, right.
Because they had it at the expo, and which is a big.
I know, convention. It's like a great venue. And did you know? I didn't even know this, but all the vendors start talking about this thing called the Louisville Curse. the Louisville Con curse. Have you heard about
Yeah.
this?
I've not heard about it, but I could see it. But yeah.
Yeah. So it's there's this story. I'm like, is this shit for real, y'all? And there's some story where this guy that did this horror con and he screwed all these people over and like everybody. And ever since then, every single person that has tried to have a successful con in Louisville won't happen. It can't happen.
I think I know who you're talking about. And
That's
yeah,
crazy. Wow.
Pretty sure. But anyway, so obviously that was not. They just didn't have the bodies. They didn't have the people to show up,
Right.
and which is it's kind of weird because Lexington at this point right now. I mean, Louisville rather doesn't have a big horror con right at the moment. You know,
Right.
and Lexington obviously does with Scarefest, but Louisville really doesn't. So it's kind of surprising that there wasn't really a big turnout. But I also found out this. It wasn't that long after that was announced. Cinema Wasteland has decided they're closing their doors. They've been a con. They've been a con in Ohio for 25 years.
Yeah, I did not hear this. Like, Ohio's a little bit far for us, but I'm very well aware of the con. I didn't realize that they. Wow, because they've been doing this for as long as Ben Dixon at Full Moon. That's crazy.
Yeah, 25 years. So this sort of begs the question: have we sort of hit the peak? Have we hit the peak of cons? Is this where we're going to start seeing them sort of thinning out? I mean, obviously the economy and stuff is kind of in the shitter.
Yeah.
And so it's not really that surprising necessarily because, I mean, it always takes a lot of money to, not only put on the cons, but, obviously pay the people and everything, but also for the people to show up and buy
for
stuff.
the attendance. Yeah. We talked about that. So Tracy and I, our vendor name is Cirque du Freaks. And we were invited. So St. Louis HorrorCon, this is their first year. It's the same guys that do the Evansville and they did the Louisville. So St. Louis, and they were doing a vendor spotlight, and they're like, "Hey, we want you guys to come on this podcast. And let's talk about the con and pump it up." And I was telling them, I was like, we were talking about our merchandise and things. I was like, we try to have something for everyone because let's just be real. I was like, attending a con is expensive, even for the average person. You think about the gas prices and things these days. It gets expensive. Yeah. It does. So
it does, especially even with a con like that one, because with that one, not only did you have to buy the ticket to get in, and you also had to pay for parking. And then you're going in and you're expected to get autographs and pay for those, and any sort of merchandise that you're trying. Yeah, it just adds up. And so I think for a lot of, we could see more and more of these cons dwindle down in the future. I could see it happening because once the seal sort of breaks, which it has, sometimes people just go, it's just not worth it. Yeah, and you might end up, I don't think they're all going to go away. I think but I think you might end up with like maybe one or two in the state, eventually.
Yeah.
Or something like that because there's so many Tennessee itself has so many right now that we could definitely see
so many,
especially
out in the area you're in. So you're in you're on the east side. So look what you have out there. I mean, you got Creepy Con, which is coming up. And you got Smoky Mountain Terror. What am I missing? I'm missing some, aren't I? What am I missing? I was like, I feel like there's 5 or 6 of them.
There's the Chattanooga Con thing, right? Nuga Con.
Connuga Con. Yeah,
Connuga. Yeah, there you go. There's the Knoxville Horror Film Festival, which I think is sort of a con. I'm not sure exactly if that is a con, but it is a festival. There's just different ones, I think. So. We'll see where it goes, but yeah, it's definitely a possibility that some of those may end up.
I know another thing, like from a vendor standpoint, it gets expensive even for vendors to just attend these because they want to charge crazy amounts, bukus of money for a booth, and I found this app the other day and I was like, dude, this shit is dangerous. I was like, dude, I'm going to start selling our merchandise on here. Is an app called Whatnot. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, it makes me wonder how many of these vendors are going to start selling on there. And they're going to be like, what's the point of me paying $400 to $600 to $1,000 booth fee? Crazy. But
obviously you want to get the eyeballs there. And if you can do it, online, and why not? But
Yeah.
um, I mean, the experience is fun and everything, but yeah, that's always been my thing too. Is like, and I know a lot of vendors who go, I just broke even, or I didn't break even. Sometimes,
Hmm.
you kind of take the ups and the downs. And it's like, I mean, if you're just doing it for a hobby, for like
That's
fun,
okay. Yeah.
it's
But
okay. It's okay.
it's a lot of work for a hobby though, Mike. It's a lot of work.
Absolutely.
And Tracy and I are grateful because we always seem to pull something out of our ass. Now there's been a couple cons where we're like, dude, this sucks. But even Louisville, I don't we probably made more money than any vendor there. I mean, but it gets down to, what do you sell 'em? What are your prices and your personality? I mean, people buy from us, they like us. They like coming over
I
and
mean,
hang with us.
it's all that. It's also your location. I mean, sometimes you just luck up and have a really good location. If you do, that's going to really affect it probably as well. There's
Yeah.
just so many factors that have to play along with it,
So many. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so if you end up, going in the hole money wise, sometimes it's a little bit of a downer. It's like,
Yeah.
ugh, don't
Yeah.
want to do that
And
all the time.
full moon was full moon tattoo and horror festival. That was not a good con for most vendors. We were grateful. We were grateful, but I had a lot of friends that went into the negative. You go in the negative, oof. But we had tornado warnings that weekend. It was just
Right.
crazy.
Oh,
But that's just
that
one of them things. It
that's
happens.
another thing that you can't predict,
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I do agree that sometimes these prices are a little bit ridiculous, but so you can do it, awesome. But yeah, some people probably are like, nah, I can't do it. I can't
Yeah,
really
no doubt. Yeah.
go for it. Let's see. Horror news wise, The Ring, the girl from The Ring died recently. Her name was
Yeah, she did the little girl. Yeah, the little
Dulve
yeah.
Chase. Yeah, yeah. She was only 35 years old, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she did a lot of voiceovers too. I don't know if you knew that or not. She did a lot
She
of
did some
voiceovers.
voiceover. She was also on Donnie Darko and the sequel of that,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
she did another horror movie too with a McCulkin. It's called Jack Comes Home, I think it was something like that.
Oh, I haven't seen that
Yeah,
one. Okay.
yeah, yeah. She, kind of sad. I mean, definitely sad because she was so young. But not only that, I mean, apparently she had like millions of dollars that she probably didn't even know she had. That
I didn't know
so
that. Really?
in
Oh,
residuals. Yeah. Well, I think she just got on drugs or something, and was kind of homeless, I think, for a while. And so I know she got in trouble with the law a lot. So, yeah, it's very sad to hear that she
that's
passed
sad.
away. But yeah. So moving on to horror. Horror has had a pretty freaking big last few weeks. If we want to talk about horror in general, it has been bumping. It has been bumping.
It's better.
Pretty pretty
Yeah.
crazy stuff. Um, pretty crazy stuff going on. We got two filmmakers in general to talk about, and I don't know if you want to talk about the movies as far as our opinions on them, or just talk about the accomplishments first. There's two of them. The first one obviously is Obsession. Obsession. Curry Barker, 26 years old. Uh, First real big movie he made. He made that movie Milk and Cereal for $800. Put on YouTube
I
before
just
that.
I just watched that for the first time like 2 days ago. And I watched Obsession. I had no idea the two of them were related. No
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
And Tracy recognized one of the actors in it. And we were sitting there watching. I said, guarantee it, the blonde guy right there wrote and directed this film. What do you want to bet on it? And I got over there and Googled it. All right, here's the
Oh
guy's
yeah,
name. And Tracy was like, why is that ringing a bell? What is that ringing a bell? And he got on there and he was like, dude, he directed the movie we just watched, Obsession. I was
yeah,
like, well, that was really strange. I was like, what are the odds of that? I didn't even know the two of them, same guy.
yeah.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. So Obsession was made for under a million. It was like $750,000. Is how much it was made for. Ended up grossing. Right now, it's still in theaters. It's like right at $300 million,
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. It's what happened was it got on there. It went up. Actually, it started going up every week. Like it would go up more, which hasn't happened. Okay, how did they say this? It hasn't happened from a movie that wasn't a holiday movie since E.T.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Which, you know what's
So
funny? I did you, if you go and look on my slasher when I posted that, people's comments, I don't know if you ever go and read the comments. It's like, hey, how'd you like it? I was like, oh, I loved it. I thought it was great. Oh, I've already been to the movie theater and seen it twice. Like
yeah,
two different people said that. I was like, no shit, that's crazy. Okay.
yeah. There's definitely been a lot of people to go check it out. Yeah, so it's the highest grossing film for Focus Features. Focus Features is kind of an offshoot of Universal Pictures, but it's like it's the biggest one for them. Let me see what it do. It I think actually now it actually well of course it surpassed Blair Witch and Paranormal
Mm-hmm.
Activity for independent stuff and all
Mm-hmm.
those records that they used to have. But I think as of now, it is actually among the top 20 highest grossing horror movies of all time.
Holy
So,
shit. I didn't even know that. And I watched it this week, didn't even know any of that. But people at Texas Frightmare, I think it had just came out. And a lot of people there were talking about how great it was. So I was
yeah.
like, dude, before I go on the podcast, I've got to watch this movie, got to watch this movie. And then I saw that you watched it. So I was like, I got to see this.
Oh,
So,
yeah. All right. So they're breaking records left and right with that movie. It's quite a bit. Here's another one that came out breaking records as well. Backrooms.
oh, I haven't seen
Backrooms.
Backrooms. Haven't seen
Backrooms
Backrooms.
has been breaking a bunch of records. Now, see, we're into the YouTube generation of filmmaking now. We've been there for a while though. You know, the guy who made Together. Remember that movie Together?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was a YouTuber. Those guys that made Talk to Me and all that. They're from the YouTube world. You know, obviously Curry is from YouTube. This guy's from YouTube as well. Kane Parsons. He's been making these backroom videos for quite a while. Dude is 20 years old.
Oh, is
He
he?
he's
Dang.
20 he's 20 years old. He is the youngest person to ever have a number one movie ever. So because Backrooms
20
did go to
years
number
old.
one.
He's not even old enough to drink alcohol.
He's not.
We're
He's
like, hey,
not.
let's toast and celebrate. Sorry, dude, you're not old enough to drink.
Uh,
That's
so
crazy.
that movie made a lot of money too. I'm not sure exactly how much it is at this point, but it made a lot of money. It is the highest grossing movie for A24. That's the one
Yeah.
that, and they've had a lot of pretty big films, but this is the highest one for them. So yeah, those are some major, huge accomplishments right now coming out of horror. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's really coming out. So that's all I got. If you want to get into talking about the movies,
Let's talk
we
about the
can.
movies. I'm dying to talk about these guys. So,
All right, all right.
yeah.
Well, we'll start with Obsession then. We'll start with
Yeah.
Obsession. Carrie Barker. Uh, I'll tell you, Carrie Barker. Um, I I heard a lot of stuff about this guy going into this movie. Um, well, first of all, I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's such an original movie." I'm going to tell you right now, this movie is not original.
It is not original.
It, it,
It's a formula
it's
movie.
it is a lot of things, but
Mhm.
original it is not. And I'll tell you because this concept has been done and done to death. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it is one of the oldest tropes in the book. I mean,
Mhm.
careful what you wish for. We're talking
Oh,
Monkey's
yeah.
Paw, Pet
Hmm.
Cemetery. We're talking
Hmm.
about an episode of what was it? Tales from the Crypt.
Hmm.
There literally was a Buffy the Vampire episode that is literally just like this, like almost
Yeah.
to a T, in a way.
Yeah.
There's so many different versions. Apparently, he got it from a Simpson episode, which was probably mimicking one of those things I just said, if not another
Yeah.
iteration of it. So it as itself is not original. So you can't really say that. It's
Right.
just not
Oh,
true.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
And I'm gonna tell you, going into this movie, I didn't really. I was like, this Curry Baker guy kind of pissing me off because he's actually going to be the director of the upcoming Texas Chainsaw movie.
I saw that. I saw
And
that.
and the thing that he said was, "Oh yeah, that was a pretty good movie for its time." And
Oh.
yeah. And I was
Whoa.
like, oh, I don't know about that. This little twerp. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was very iffy about going into this movie and all that, and everything, to be honest. But really, it's pretty fucking awesome.
It is pretty damn good. I'll tell you that. It's funny because I just told you that I watched Milk and Cereal for the first time. I didn't realize. I don't know what the odds are that I watched both of those, because Milk and Cereal's been on my list for like for a year. I was like, oh, it's an hour long. I'll watch this. I didn't love it. I mean, it was okay, but it was my ADD. I was like, this shit's all over the place.
Well, I mean, I think it's decent for an $800 movie. For
yeah,
sure.
okay, all right, yes, for an $800, yes, very good. The directing, his acting was really good. I mean, for directing was good, and the acting was great. But the story, I was just like, but I didn't realize it. But you're right, Obsession. I'm like, what is it about this film that's good? Because you're right, it has been done so many times. So why do you think it's good?
I mean, it's mostly the acting. I think really for sure. Well, that Indy Navarrete, she is just fantastic in the movie.
That's the girl who plays Nikki.
Yeah,
dude, I know. I was like, she's good. She's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the magic touch of it is the only thing that I think is totally original is him sort of telling in very small doses her struggle with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that is new, and that is something that's really important to it. I don't know, it just works though. And and he said he was inspired by like Hereditary and stuff too, but this is not an elevated horror movie.
No.
I mean, it jumps right into it, man. As soon as the film starts off, it just goes boom. We're back now with as far as like instrumental supernatural like appliances or instruments or whatever with this and the whistle. We got like this. We have this thing that is supernatural now.
Yeah,
kind of a deal coming back. That stuff's coming back, but I don't know. I think it just works because again, the chemistry works with everybody on the cast.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
And it is a simple concept that just. I think also too. Sometimes we just go into segments of where everybody is just ready for something different. Again, I mean, while I say it's not original, I mean, it is original movie in the fact it's not like a sequel or an IP franchise sort of thing. It is an original movie. It's just the concept itself is not original, You can't say that is. But I think, again, like take with like Blair Witch. Blair Witch it blew up and became a phenomenon. But then like 10 years later, people forgot about it until Paranormal Activity blew up, which we talked about that, but it did for a different audience. And I think this one resonates very well with the young people. But I really like it. So I think a lot of people, they had a really good marketing campaign. Look, there is a number you can call. There is a number, or not call, but there's a number you can text, and it's in the character of Nikki. It's not AI, but what they'll do is this character will send you audio clips of her. And she'll send you like notes and little messages and playlists and all kinds of shit. Like she's obsessed with you.
Oh no shit! What's the phone number, Mike? Let's have the phone number.
Text Nikki at 724-876-4554.
724-876-4554. Text Nikki.
That's it.
Text Nikki for a good time. Oh shit, that's crazy. So Matthew, Tracy's son, he's obsessed with the movie Obsessed, right? And he says he's been following this. I didn't put all this together. He's been following this YouTube channel about these characters. It's all the characters, and they have a YouTube channel, right? And I didn't put it two and two together that it's the Milk and Cereal people.
Yeah.
And he's like, go on. He's telling Tracy earlier today, he's like, go in there and watch. They had like a skit of Nikki, he put like, I don't know, cut a hole in her Dorito bag and set it in her lap or whatever. Walks out of the room, then the guy in comes like, oh, Doritos, or some shit like that. I was like, like those big name actors like doing YouTube videos, but I didn't know that they started. I didn't know they were YouTubers. I had no idea. Figured all this shit out like today. So
Yeah.
I'm so glad we're talking about this today. It's good.
No, their marketing has been insane. I mean, if you go on
Yeah.
social media, I mean, that's all it's been on my social media since it came out, pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
what I've seen, when I've looked. So they've really pushed it hard. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a movie that you should watch as a horror fan. I think
For
again,
for
it's
sure. And then I get on, you were just talking about so the director, Clancy, is, announced to do the next Texas Chainsaw. So
mhm.
I get on Google today. I was looking up clothes or something. There he is. Boom, right there. It wasn't even about Texas Chainsaw. He's done partner with A24 and all these people, and there's a whole nother movie he's coming up with. I'm like, where's this guy coming from? He just come out of nowhere, I swear. I
Oh
feel
yeah. I mean, he did, but I feel. I mean, I'm a little okay with it now. I was a little iffy with the comments he made, but now that he's made this movie and proved that
yeah,
he can do something,
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't mean he can make a Texas movie, but at least he can make a movie really well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
I'm not still
Um,
not going to get my hopes up for Texas Chainsaw. It's crazy because I just so happen to be wearing my new Texas Chainsaw shirt.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, dude, don't mess up Texas Chainsaw. Don't do
I
it.
mean, it's easy to do. It's been done
It's
many
real
times.
easy
So
to do. Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got movie wise?
So let's see what else is on my list. So I talked about the damsel in the doom. So at Texas Frightmare, I was talking about, hey, turn the corner. Here's this person. So
Hmm.
I turn the corner and there's this table there. It's got all these movies. I love physical media. I
Yeah.
shopped so much physical media while I was there, and something caught my attention about this table that it's all extreme horror. Every bit of every good thing on this table is all extreme
Hmm.
horror. And I was like, Tracy, that's a great movie. That's a good movie. That's a good movie. So I was like, I'm going to buy some of these. I'm going to buy some of these because you don't see them that often, right? So, and the guy was like, oh, I'll cut you a good deal on them. And so I bought Gutter Balls.
Hmm.
I did a rewatch of Gutter Balls. Tracy had never seen it before. I purposely didn't watch it with him the first time I watched it. And I was like, I'm going to do a rewatch of this. And I'm going to watch it with you. And I was like, are you sure about that? Like, I was like, this is like extreme, right? And he was like, it's fine. I mean, it's got a pretty horrific rape scene in the very,
Yeah.
very beginning of the film, which is,
Yeah.
but if you can get past that, dude, it's got some good kills in it.
Good kills. Yeah.
Really good movie. So I did a rewatch of that. And I also bought at this table, I bought the movie Dis, which is Bill Oberst Jr.
Hmm.
I've seen that one. There was another one that I got. I don't even know the name of it, but I haven't watched it yet. So I'm not going to talk about that one. But anyways, I was like, this guy, I'm talking to this guy, and I was like, he's like, I'll cut you good deal. I mean, I bought a bunch of movies off of him. He's like, I'm Stephen Byro. And I was like, oh, it's Stephen Byro. He's the founder and president of Unearthed Films.
Hmm.
And so I sit and talked to him for a little bit, and talked about him coming on our podcast. So he'll be a lot of fun. We have a lot of people that's been wanting to come on our podcast. So yeah, but we're gonna put
Awesome.
Steven on the list. Yeah, so that was really cool. So yeah, so some good good rewatches of some extreme horror.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I have. Oh, you were talking earlier that you did an interview recently with Ryan.
Hmm.
So I went ahead and watched some of his movies.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm gonna pull up the list of them. You could probably tell me what they're called off the top of your head.
Myths and Mutants.
What is it?
Is it the Myth and Mutants? You said you saw that one?
Yes, Myth and Mutants. That's the documentary, right?
Yeah. Well,
Doc-
yes.
Documentary.
Yes.
So I did watch that. I thought it was really interesting. So he does a movie, and it's kind of documentary style about what do you call them?
Cryptids.
Crypto
Yeah.
Kryptons but they're all where he lives in Pennsylvania. Am I right?
Hmm. Yep.
Pennsylvania. So I can't wait to hear your interview with him, because I think that's very interesting, because he had like some of these creatures you've heard of, some of them not so much, but I thought it was kind of cool, like knowing their little backstory and where they come from. So it's a very interesting film that you can even watch it on Tubi. I think that's where I watched it at.
Yeah.
There was I did watch another one of his movies.
Is it Guts on the Chainsaw? Guts on the Chainsaw?
Yes. Yeah, so that was shit, I mean, for lower budget films, I mean, these were really good. I thought they
Yeah.
were really good. And so I do like it that he got I watched these two films kind of back to back, and he got his inspiration for the Guts and Chainsaw movie from the cannibal, the white, what do they call them, white cannibals that live in the
Mhm.
mountains.
All
That was
right,
his
right.
inspiration or whatever. But I was like, dude, did the hills have eyes and wrong turn? Were they all inspired by these creatures that he's talking about in his film, The White Zombies? Or is it white?
Yeah,
No, white cannibals. I'm sorry, I said white zombies, white cannibals. I was
yeah,
like, oh, but anyways, those are really good. You could probably talk a little bit more about them since you actually talked to Ryan. You could
yeah.
probably talk a little bit more about his movies. But let me
No,
see
no.
if I go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, he does a good job. He's a very prolific. He does all kinds of stuff. You'll hear what he talks about when he in the interview, but he does like yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. And I think actually I think that's it on my list. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of reading because I've been judging a screenplay contest coming up for CreepyCon. I was one of the was why I got picked as one of the judges, but dude, it's actually kind of fun. And I've read some good ones. Some of these I'm like, I actually really hope this person becomes successful and turns this into a damn film. This is the
Yeah.
very first story I read was nothing like I had ever watched before. And I'm super excited. I obviously can't say anything about it, who it is or what it is, because it's
Hmm.
going into a contest. But after CreepyCon, I'm gonna definitely want to talk about some of these for sure.
All right, cool.
But yeah. So what about you? I've been watching you on Slasher Man. I'm like, he's killing me in movies.
Yeah, I got a bunch actually. I got quite a few anyway here.
Yeah, well, I
I'll run
hope you
through
have
them.
some good. Yeah, I hope you got some good recommendations. I always get my pen and paper out. Ever notice that? Let's get my pen and paper out when you start talking about your movies because you
All
always
right.
have a really good list. Always.
All right. So obviously we talked about Obsession already, and all that. And I did mention the Backrooms. I did see the Backrooms. And that's another movie. It's like it's made by a 20-year-old, and you don't probably expect it to be really good, but I did enjoy it. It's a good movie. It's trippy. It's not like Obsession at all in any form as far as the way it's made or the plot or anything. Um, but I think it works really well.
Mhm.
It's creepy. It has a sort of it's layered. It's very layered. I mean, you don't really expect it from a 20-year-old, I wouldn't think,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's worth checking out. So I would say,
That was the other movie that a lot of that you'd hear these vendors and con goers at Texas Frightmare talking about there. Everybody's talking about movie Obsession. Everybody's talking about Backrooms. People are even the lady at the hotel when we're checking in. She was like, "So what are all you guys here for? Like, all you creepy people coming up in here and like, oh,
yeah,
and I was. And my first thing is I'm like that person. Do you watch scary movies? That's me. Watch scary movies, and she's like, no. She's like, but I just went to the theater and saw this movie, and it scared the shit out of me. And I was like, what was it? And it was Obsession. And I was like, oh, so you
yeah,
have people that don't even like horror movies going and seeing this movie. So it's pretty cool.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, and it's also cool for horror that we have young budding filmmakers
Yeah.
coming up that should
Yeah, it is cool.
hopefully make a bunch in the future. All
Yeah.
right, up next, Lee Cronin's The Mummy. The Mummy, the new take on the Mummy. It was okay. It's a little weird. It's the guy who did that remake of Evil Dead. I think,
Oh,
yeah,
really? Oh, okay.
yeah. So I was kind of high hopes, I think, a little bit on this one because he did such a good job on that.
Mhm.
It was just sort of okay. I didn't love it. It was more a possession movie than a mummy movie, really.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like in a way, yeah. Because I mean, of course, I don't find mummies terrifying, so maybe this was the best way to go. But I don't know. It was just a little. It was just okay. I mean, it's fine.
Going, did you like the Mummy movies back, the ones like with Brandon Fraser in them?
I mean, they're okay as action movies. They're not. I don't find them
They're
horror
not horror.
movies.
Right.
Yeah,
Agreed. Is
yeah.
this more of a horror movie or no?
I mean, it is a horror movie. Yeah, it
Okay.
is a horror movie. It's just again more of a possession movie really than about I mean, she's kind of a mummy, but not really. She's I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
It's okay. I just don't know. I don't know if the mummy was maybe even the right choice for this as
Oh,
the
okay. I
title.
saw the trailer, Mike, and I was like, it didn't seem like anything I'd want to watch. So I
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up next was Buffet Infinite. Now, Buffet Infinite is a weird, strange one. So you remember back in the day, the NUWF Halloween special?
Oh, God, I love those. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So so this is kind of like that. It's kind of like that, except the whole entire thing is nothing but commercials.
Oh, no shit. Uh, wait, like, tell me more about this. Like, is this a newer movie or?
It is a newer movie. Yeah, yeah. So basically, is you get like kind of in the same vein of
Mm.
NUWF, kind of the same vein like that is where you just have these odd commercials, but they kind of keep going. They kind of end up like you'll end up seeing commercials with the same things and stuff, and
Mhm.
the plot sort of envelops through those commercials. Like as you go along, something's happening, and they start talking sort of within those commercials to give you the plot. It's kind of weird. It's different for
That
sure.
is so interesting, but I kind of like the concept of it because I never can't say I've ever seen anything like that before. So,
No, it definitely. I'd say the only thing that's kind of annoying about it is that the commercials will cut off. Like they don't even kind of even end. They just cut off and go to another one real fast. It's
yeah.
almost like you're flipping through channels. I guess
Oh, that's
maybe.
crazy. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that was kind of annoying to a degree, but it's definitely interesting. It's definitely different. I'm not gonna say it's great. I mean, if I had to compare, I do like the NUWF a lot better, but
Hmm.
it's still definitely something you don't watch every day.
Is this like
You
where
know.
is it like available to stream anywhere right now?
Yeah, I think it's on VOD.
Okay.
All right. Up next is this is a an older movie from 1990 from the Texas Chainsaw himself, Toby Hooper. I'm Dangerous Tonight.
I've never even heard of it.
So I hadn't either, and I kind of came across it, and I was like, "That's weird." So it was a TV movie, and it's kind of about this sort of dress, this sort of red. She makes it into a dress anyway. It's just cloth, and it sort of possesses people in a way, and uh, it's kind of
Oh
been done a few
wait,
times after
wait.
that.
I was like, I think I've seen this, but maybe I haven't. What's the name of it again?
It's called "I'm Dangerous Tonight."
I don't think that's the one I saw, but I'm like, I think
Yeah,
I've seen this movie, but that's the one
there,
I said the title.
there are other
Okay.
versions of it, but so
Yeah.
this is a again it's a TV movie. Those TV movies back in the day weren't really fantastic typically, so
This
I
was
wouldn't put it.
1990. So, some of them I liked. Or were they all like, oh, scary to death? I don't know. Like, um, the movie that got me when I was a kid was When a Stranger Talks Back. Not When a Stranger
Mhm.
Calls, but When a Stranger Calls Back. And that was
Yeah,
made for TV. That shit scared me to death when I was a kid. I was a kid, you
yeah.
know. But
That yeah, like maybe watching as a kid, but I've been yeah, but as
yeah,
now it's kind of like after viewing all that I have, definitely
I know.
wasn't
Yeah, we're a
for
little
sure.
desensitized, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but I mean, say worth a watch just for check off your Hooper
Yeah,
checklist, maybe. Sure.
I mean that's really interesting. A guy that could do Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I mean,
Yeah,
God,
yeah. Up next, OnlyFans.
only fangs.
OnlyFans, yes.
That's so cute. Oh,
So this was a little independent movie, obviously poking fun at OnlyFans, but making it about vampires and stuff. It was okay. It was pretty decent. Jessica Flux was in it, and Ellie Church. Those
oh,
indie
okay.
actresses that you've seen a few
Hmm.
times for sure. Um, it's a little long. Probably needed to be edited a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh, and it took a little while to get to the concept. So I think some of it probably could have been maybe scrapped a
Mhm.
little bit. But I mean, overall though, it's fun. It's fun.
Do we know the director of that one? Who directed it?
I don't know their names, but it's a couple.
It's a couple? Oh.
At least it's a male and a female. They've done a few movies. I don't know their names though.
Only Fangs. Only Fangs.
Only things, yeah.
That's cute. That Jessa Flux. I just saw that she's getting ready to do a movie with David Howard Thornton.
Oh, cool.
Is
Awesome.
and he's he's gonna have speaking lines.
Oh, nice. Nice,
I
nice.
I asked Billy Pond. I said, "So is David Howard Thornton going to have lines in your film? Because the poor guy never gets freaking speaking lines ever. But he's such a great actor. He's known for his very theatrical moves and stuff. His
Mhm.
movement. But yeah, I just saw that they were going to be in a film together. Anyways, I got
Very cool.
off topic there, but
That's fine. That's fine. Up next, Holcomb. Holcomb, that
with
new
an
movie
H.
with Adam Scott. Yeah,
Oakham. Okay, I don't
where
think I've heard of
where
this
he
one.
where he sort of goes into the hotel and sort of gets trapped there, and it's sort of a ghost tale. There's been quite a bit of buzz about this movie. I think it's a pretty good movie. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's buzzworthy maybe, but
Mhm.
pretty decent overall. I'm nothing
Mhm.
crazy new or anything, but you know, a couple of good
Mhm.
jump scares maybe or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've heard
It
a
was
lot of good
okay.
talk about it. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's pretty decent. I've heard a lot of really good talk about it. And I don't know, not sure if I'm there on that level with it, but
Yeah.
it's a pretty decent watch. I say worth a watch.
Okay. Hokum. Okay.
Up next, Kill Giggles.
Kill giggles.
This is a
Sounds
little
like a
indie
clown
clown.
movie. Sounds
It's an
like a
indie
clown
clown.
movie. Yeah.
It is an indie clown movie with L.A. Church again. Um,
Okay.
it's a little different though. So this guy got traumatized, I guess, by clowns, and so basically, instead of having like the phobia of clowns, he sort of has this enragement of clowns, which means every time he sees somebody who's a clown, he has to kill them.
Oh, that's different. That's like completely different concept. I'm like, holy shit, keep him away from me, please.
Yeah. So since that's in your wheelhouse, I think you should check it out.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
Up next, Speed Demon. This is another kind of indie film. Katie Cassidy is in it. I don't
Okay,
know if you
nice.
know who
Yeah.
she is, but
Yeah, she was all right, go you put me on the spot. I'm like, what is the
well, she was on Arrow. She was in that remake of the Nightmare on Elm Street.
that's
She did,
that's that's what I remember her from. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's done a few horror things. Yeah. Uh, it was decent. Not crazy good, but decent. Up next, Vampires of the Velvet Lounge.
Oh, Vampires of the Velvet Lounge.
Yeah, this is a really indie film too, but it's got a lot of actors that you would know of from the '90s.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. It was kind of good. I mean, I didn't love it, but yeah, I mean, it was entertaining enough, especially for low budget. I think it worked pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad. Up next, scary movie. It's not horror, but it's horror adjacent. Scary movie.
Scary movie.
Yep.
I
Uh,
missed that. I missed that one at Spawn of Scarefest. So they if you attended Spawn, I think it was the first day we were there. And my friend Jason, he lives about an hour outside of Landon. It was this big thing. He was like, I've got a staying in scary movie, and he's so excited. And I was sitting on my booth that day and have time to watch it. And after the movies, I was like, how did it go? And he was like, they cut my scene. It
oh
was
yeah.
awful. Oh, he
Oh
was so bummed. I hate that. He didn't even
well.
know. It's sad. It
Uh,
sucks.
well, when you have a small part in a big budget movie, sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does. And
Yeah.
I did notice there was some stuff in the trailer that wasn't in the movie either, so they probably did
Oh,
some other
really?
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, there's at least
Yeah.
one or two there. Um, it was okay. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
Oh, I was
Um,
really hoping you was gonna have like a really good response,
I mean,
or I was expecting
look,
something different from you on that one. Like I was being
ma-
like,
ma-
"Oh, it was so funny," or "It was great," but
I mean, I think it's too meta. Maybe it's too in its
oh,
own head.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe,
Okay.
maybe. I mean, there are some funny parts. I feel like there's just so many scenes though that are so shoehorned in just
Hmm.
to have that spoof of that movie that
Okay.
sometimes it just doesn't
Yeah,
flow as
I could
well.
see that.
I
I
mean,
could
I
see
mean
that.
the mastery of the first one, and even the second one too. Even though the second one does jump a little bit off the rails a few times, but the mastery of the first one is that it just blended together so
Oh,
well.
it did. It blended together really well, actually. And
Yeah,
considering the fact that they, all these different films, but they did it really, really well. So I could see where they could kind of get off on this one, where you're right, they're too focused on one particular movie and it doesn't flow well. I could see that, and I hate
well,
that though because
yeah. I mean,
I still
just
definitely want to watch it. Is it still funny though?
it
Pretty funny.
is funny. Yeah.
That's what I got.
I
I didn't
mean,
hear a lot of
look.
people talking about it. Honestly, I really didn't hear a
I
lot of people
mean,
talking about
I
it.
mean, rank wise, it's you got to put it number three. It's after the first and second one. It's better than those PG ones that came
Oh,
after.
right, right. I
But
didn't see any of
but
those, anyways.
yeah, but it's still. I mean, maybe I'm just old and bitter and jaded now, which didn't make it as funny for me. But uh,
Yeah,
I just didn't feel like it was on par with the original.
yeah.
You know. Uh,
Oh, that sucks.
but
That's disappointing, but
but but again, it's still worth the watch. For
mm,
a few scenes. There's definitely a few scenes that are good. I just left it thinking like because there's so many like quotable stuff from the first two,
mhm,
that
mhm.
I'm like I don't know what the quotable stuff is on this one really.
Oh,
Like not really.
bummer.
Yeah.
Dude, that so sucks. You're right. Like one of my favorite fucking quotes is from Scary Movie One. It's a set of dollar, bitch. I like walk around saying that shit like all the time.
Right.
I love that
Right.
shit.
But there's a lot of them really. There's a lot that you could pull from those.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and uh, and this one I didn't really feel like that there was that many there, if any. And maybe rewatches
Bummer.
may bring a few out, but I just didn't leave going, wow, this is something's gonna be stuck in my head.
Yeah.
So again, it could just be me. Could just be me. Up next, Black Eyed Susan. Um, this is more of a horror sci-fi kind of movie, independent stuff. It's kind of weird, but I kind of liked it. It's about this. It's sort of it's like these tech company that has this AI version, a female, like
Hmm.
she's a female
Hmm.
fully, and they sort of bring these guys and pay them to like interact with her,
Hmm.
and they end up like hitting her, like abusing her,
Oh.
and yeah, it's like you think it's going to be like all like sexual and stuff, but it ends up being like more violent and stuff, and
Mhm.
she's like kind of asking for it sometimes and stuff. Uh, and so it's more of a psychological experiment, really. So this one guy comes and goes, then this other one, the main story, he comes and he does kind of fall in love with her though, and
Mhm.
so he ends up taking her to this place, and they sort of spend a lot of time together and everything. But at the end of it, you realize what the twist is, what the reason it's all happening anyway. For a really low budget, I feel like it's a really low budget movie. I thought it was pretty good though. It's, I mean, there's nothing going on really. I mean, other than the violence to her.
Mhm.
I mean, there is no action, there's no explosions, there's nothing going on in this movie.
Mhm.
But I think the way it worked though worked pretty well. It
Okay.
was kind
Oh,
of it was
you know what? It's when you said sci-fi, I'm like, but I don't know. I think I actually want to watch it. I think I want to see
yeah.
it. You know
It's
that
it's
like, hey, I'm in my own little world, and like, what all these kids are doing these days and shit. My daughter's telling me about how people are having relationships with AI, and I'm like, I knew that shit was coming, but you don't ever actually know anyone.
Oh yeah.
She
Yeah.
does. She knows lots of people. I'm like, there's that many people that are in relationships
Well,
with AI. What the
well,
crazy? It's
right now.
crazy to me.
But right now they're doing it like with their phone, and then there's just one like little ball. Like, do you see that necklace thing that like people talk to as AI
No,
as their
no.
companion? Yeah, there's that going on now too.
Oh,
But
oh,
just wait until it's actually
like
fully
a person.
formed.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking of when you're telling me this shit.
yeah,
When you're
yeah.
telling
And
this,
that's
I'm
what
like,
that's
oh,
what it is in this movie. So it'll
okay,
get there. It'll get there. It'll
okay,
get there.
okay,
So yeah, check that one out.
okay.
Up next, Find Your Friends.
Find your friends.
This is a newer one that dropped on Shutter. Bella Thorne is in it. Um, it was okay.
Bella
Um,
Thorne. Why is she? Her name rings a bell to me. What has she been that I know?
I don't know. Wasn't she like in the
Did you recognize
Mickey
her
Mouse
from anything else or no?
Mickey Mouse Club? I've seen her in some other stuff.
She was in the Mickey
She,
Mouse Club.
I
Weren't they
think
all in the
so.
Mickey Mouse Club?
Yeah, yeah. I think she's like an influencer or something too, in a way. I don't know. She's done a lot of stuff though. She has
Okay,
done a lot of movies and
okay.
stuff. Anyway, it's about her and her friends. They're on this sort of vacation. They're out sort of in the desert and out partying and doing stuff, just having a good time. But but the main thing about the whole movie is the trope that all men are douchebags.
Oh, really? Find your friends.
Uh, so every guy that they come in contact with is pretty much a complete, absolute, terrible asshole. And I'm thinking like, I mean, sometimes I just get tired of seeing it. In a way, it's like,
Oh, I guess so.
can't
Yeah, I can see that.
can't you find like one decent
Like
guy?
one guy out
But it's
there.
like obviously we have a narrative here, and they're all every guy you come across is going to be dangerous to you in some way.
Mhm,
So yeah. So anyway, they end up getting pretty much attacked and kidnapped and stuff like that, and everything. It's an okay movie.
mhm.
I didn't feel it was like, oh my god, amazing. Again, there's sometimes you go through tropes over and over and over and over and over again, years after year after year, and you go, can we just have one that's not like
Right.
this?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, yeah. Up next, Chum. Chum was a new shark movie I watched, which Chum, honestly, probably would have been okay if Dangerous Animals hadn't came out last year. But
Oh,
it's not exactly the same. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar.
is it very similar? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's different motives and stuff there, but it's so similar that you just have to go, I've seen it.
And I like Dangerous Animals too.
Yeah,
For a shark movie, I liked it. Because you can only
I
do
did too.
so much with it.
I
So
did too because it was different. Like I said, if that
yeah.
movie had never been made, I might have been like, this was pretty cool. But
Right. Right.
yeah, sometimes you're too little, too late. It's kind of
I know. I know. Right.
yeah. And the last one was a little movie called Descendant, which I never heard about, and it's on Hulu. This is those guys that Justin Moore and that other guy. They do all those sort of space time continuum movies. I've talked about them before, and I do like a lot of their stuff. Some of them I don't like as much as the others, but I like a lot of their movies. The End of Silence, I think, was one of them.
Okay, I
Yeah,
don't know
they
that one.
do. It's very.
Are they kind of sci-fi? Is it sci-fi-ish? I guess it is
It's
sci-fi-ish, huh?
it is sci-fi horror. Yeah, almost cosmic horror, I guess you'd call it in a way. Yes, and this one's no different. It's one of the guys from the evil, not the evil. One of the guys from The Walking Dead. He's got a family. His wife is pregnant and everything, and he is at work one night, and when the lights are going out, and he gets up on top of the roof and is trying to fix that light, and all of a sudden he sees lights, and
Oh, okay.
he
Oh,
gets
it's an alien movie.
it's an alien movie. It's an alien abduction movie. So you kind of get the aftermath of him dealing with that, not knowing that it happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, maybe. Well, no, I guess it wouldn't be like that. I was gonna say Fire in the Sky.
Well,
The guy knew he got
the guy knew.
did
Yeah.
it, and everybody
Right.
thought he was crazy or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So this guy, he kind of don't really realize he got abducted.
He doesn't realize what's happening to him, but obviously something's off, and he starts obviously seeing visions and stuff and everything like that, and eventually they come back for him and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I liked it though. I thought it was a pretty decent movie. It's not their best or anything like that, but I think it's better than their last movie, which was Something in the Dirt, I believe it was called. So that's all I got as far as movie wise. Do you have anything else?
Yes, one more thing. I cannot believe I forgot to tell you this. Hey, if you don't have plans on July the 3rd in West Liberty, Kentucky, Three-Legged Circus has a huge show there at Live on the Licking. They are the headliner right before the 4th of July show, for fireworks show, right before the fireworks show. And it's going to be like a big thing.
Liberty, Kentucky, you say? Where's that?
West Liberty, Kentucky. So I'm in Nashville and it's about 5 hours for me. And, it's, Tracy's band Three-Legged Circus. If you remember these, I always do clowning. I always dress in my clown character. I'm like the hype clown. I, get people on the dance floor, and I wasn't going to do that at this show. I was like, I want to enjoy the evening and I'm totally not going to dress up. But the people that have hired the band really want me to do that. So I am going to dress up. They're going to pay me. I'm going to MC the event. Big. It's a big deal. So Live on the Licking, West Liberty, Kentucky on July the 3rd. There's an event on Facebook about it. So yes, I had to throw that out there. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Yeah. Good deal. All right. Well, if you don't have anything else, I'll just play that interview that I did with Brian.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. We'll talk about some of his movies. Here we go. You want to state your name and what you do?
My name's Ryan Cavalline. I run Legend Hunter Films, and I'm a director, producer, writer, and I have a lot of hats.
Yeah, pretty much all that stuff, right? All that fun stuff. All right, Ryan, welcome to Hardcore Horror. Glad that we get to talk to you tonight about all the stuff that you've been doing. Let's just let's start from the beginning, man. Let's go back to where it all began. What got you into this sort of business?
Oh, wow. We're going to go way back.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, I've been making movies since I was in high school. So, I mean, we got to go back to like 94, 95.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's been just the love of making movies and especially horror films. That was always my thing growing up, like the rest of us that are horror hounds, we just love that stuff. So, I wanted to make movies and went to college to make movies, but I never graduated with a degree in filmmaking. But I did all the courses, and at the time when I was in college, like people like the Kevin Smiths, the Robert Rodriguez's, those guys were huge. Those were our stars because they were like bucking the system and making their own movies. And they're like, yeah, you don't need film school. Go make your own movie. Right. At the time, it made sense, right? So. And I always looked up to the indie filmmakers, even when I was in college. I'm like Eric Stanzi and all those guys, because they were out making independent horror movies. And like, if those guys can do it, I'm going to take a shot at it too. So I grew up through the whole digital video era, and it was a hell of a ride.
Yeah. So what were you shooting on at first? Were you shooting on like VHS recorders, 8mm? What were you shooting on?
I climbed the ladder. VHS to high 8s to DV, and
yeah, and, I love it.
All of it up to where we are now, which is crazy. Which I can't believe how filmmakers nowadays don't know how good they have it.
Right.
They don't dude. They got. I mean, your phone can make a movie if you really wanted to.
Absolutely. A lot of people have made movies on just a phone. Yeah.
I would never want to do it, but I mean, people can.
People can, yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think they understand what the struggle was for us back then, because, I mean, we were editing deck to decks, and linear editing was just coming out back then. It's crazy.
I've never done it, but I feel your pain because I've seen the process, and it just seems so, not that editing the whole entire thing is sort of daunting in its own aspect, but just doing that just seems sort of nerve-wracking to me.
Complete nightmare, completely. Because back then you either shot on film or, a high 8, and that was coming around, and like it's still video was soap opera-y looking, and it was looked down on until more indie filmmakers were making them on video, and it was just cheaper to make. But back then, you know, if you were making 16 millimeter films or 8 or whatever, you weren't a filmmaker.
Right. Yeah. So. Yeah, I got you. So you started out, you made all these short films and little movies for yourself, and you decided, well, at some point I'm gonna like make higher production stuff. When did that happen for you? You started your company.
If was shooting stuff through college, and then finally when I was out of college, I'm like, let's take a shot at this and make a feature length. And we made this shitty. Well, let me rewind. I used to bug a lot of distribution companies and be like, well, what's selling? What are you looking for? You know, I was always their little gnat in their ear, like asking questions all the time. So they said, listen, just, you know, blood, guts, nudity. That's really what you need. So we went off and made this shitty little horror movie called Serial Killer, which was basically blood, guts, and nudity. Lots of nudity.
There you go.
And we signed it to Brain Damage Films back in like 2000. Yeah. And for us, that was like, we're filmmakers. We have a movie in distribution. We conquered the mountain. Sure, you know, no.
Yes. I do remember vividly what you're talking about. My first movie was, I think it didn't get on Brain Damage, but it was like their parent company was the one that took it for a while. Uh-huh. Yeah, same thing. I'm like, it wasn't as spectacular as I thought it was going to be. No,
it wasn't. It was like, oh, you made it, but you're still broken. Still, you gotta find money to go make the next movie. So back when we made that one, I promised myself and the crew that we worked with, like any money we made from any films would go back into the next film. And it was hard back then. I mean, slowly over the years, though, like now where we're at, like we make enough for every year that we have enough to go make another movie. All our films are only like 3,000 to 5,000, sometimes 8, just depending on what we're shooting. But that's never coming out of my pocket, and we never go GoFundMe. We're able to recycle the films and get them out there, get the streaming going. That we've got enough catalog now going that we're making enough back. We're not rich, we can't quit our day jobs, but we've kind of found a little niche that keep us going every year.
Right. Yes, I think that's sort of a misnomer of filmmakers, indie filmmakers. Some people think, oh, well, you're making movies, that's all you do. But like, unless you really have hit it big and really in the spotlight, you probably are working another job.
Oh yeah, right? Definitely. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Well, sure. So you went through all this and you started making movies and it started clicking for you. Now, like you said, you've been doing it for so long. It's sort of transformed in so many different ways in all these different periods. You started making you started selling DVDs and stuff first? That was the first thing you did?
Yeah, first thing was DVDs and actually foreign. We sold a lot of films to foreign countries, and we made a nice amount of money off that to keep the wheels on the bus going. That was early on. I mean, streaming wasn't even in place, but back then the mom and pop shops were your gold mine.
Yeah.
You know, over time, everything has shifted, you know, and now streaming is going to be your bread and butter as DVDs dwindle to nothing. We still do DVDs just because I still like a physical copy, and I like cast and crew to have a copy. And there's people that still buy DVDs, not like they used to be, but
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, I was going to ask you how that was going for you, because I know myself personally, yes, as far as the personal physical copies, Blu-ray, DVD, and all that stuff, it's every year I see a little less. You know, you get more and more people saying, "Oh, I don't even own a player anymore." Sorry, you know, kind of a deal. It is sort of unfortunate because I do love that aspect of you know, owning that copy, but I do get it. Streaming is convenient. A lot of people do it. It's just there, but. Yeah, I kind of like you. I like to do it all. You know, kind of have that copy as well. I think a lot of indie filmmakers do.
It's kind of like back when your favorite band put out a new album or CD. Like you just physically want to hold it and have it, and like that's mine. You know, we still do really well with DVDs as far as like documentary stuff, but that's a different shift in people and groups. Like sometimes we'll do a lot of crypto conventions with the Bigfoot and ghost stuff. Those DVDs still sell well, not great, but better than a straight horror movie. Because I just think because the field's so flooded with horror movies, it's just...
It really is, isn't it? It really, really is. I was looking the other day. There was like a list of movies, of independent films that had been released recently, and I was like, wow, that's so many. Like, I can never watch them all. Like, my goal is to watch every movie, and I can never, like, you just can't do it. It's impossible. And I think that with Tubi and everything, it really has been sort of flooded that market to a point where really you don't even have to think about it. You don't have, like, the days of, like, I need to go find me a movie is over. You just turn on the TV, and there they are. It's just so many. It's overwhelming.
It takes me 20 minutes to find a movie to watch because there's like just so much. Well, that looks good.
Well, yeah. Finding that needle in the haystack is a little bit of a challenge, but
yeah. So like, and then I just give up. I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
But I like you. I try to watch as many like horror movies or indie films as possible. But the field's just so flooded with so many filmmakers now and so many horror movies just because people still eat that up. But how do you get your film to rise above the rest so people see it is the real $1 million question.
Right. Yeah, like you said, like you started way earlier than I did. So I feel like you said mom and pop stores. I feel like that was sort of the heyday of it, where you could, like, people were literally visibly seeing your product on the shelf.
Yeah.
And like being able to be like, oh, okay, this looks interesting. As long as you have a cool cover, right? Yeah. As long as your cover is cool, you could entice them into watching that movie tonight. Whereas, as just flipping through, well, I don't know. I mean, the cover might strike somebody. It still works to a degree, but at the same time, you're going to have to, I don't know, maybe have something else there that's really going to get somebody sparking that need to check it out. So it is a little harder than it used to be, for sure.
A lot harder. I miss those days. I remember we had a movie called Mountain Devil, which was a documentary thing on Bigfoot. And it was so cool to walk in the video store and be like, there's my movie, you know?
Yeah.
That magic's gone. You'll never get it back. It's crazy, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or going to FYI, the old music stores that sold, movies. So a few times we've had movies and we're like, there's our movie. We haven't made a dime off it, but it's in the major.
Cool to see, right? Yeah. That's definitely cool. Yeah. So let's talk about some of your. So you're in Pennsylvania, right? Is that where you are? Or Philadelphia? Where exactly are you in there?
I'm about in the middle of the state of Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Looking at your movies, just watch them. I mean, they look like they could be made here in Tennessee. I mean, it's really that backwood feel. A lot of that stuff that you're doing, it really does. Like it could totally be made here. So, are you in that area? Is that kind of the area that you're in, or you just chose that aesthetic?
Where I'm located, it's completely backwoods, Pennsylvania. We're up in the foothills. Like it's Okay. So like a lot of our films are based on like folklore and myth. So I've grabbed a lot of stuff from Pennsylvania. We made stuff based on that, and a lot of it's the creepy backwoods stuff. And if you're shooting on a shoestring budget, the best thing to do is make something cheap in the backwoods.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, you don't have to worry about permits and stuff like that. You're just gonna do what you want, right? Yeah. Yeah, not necessary. Yeah, you sent me a bunch of these movies. I checked them out, and you were talking about the myths and the legends and stuff. And this one here is really cool. I really enjoyed it. It is a documentary to a degree, right? Or more of is it a mockumentary? Is that what we're talking about?
Sure.
Yeah. But it blends. You get that sort of vibe, but then you also get the horror in there as well.
Sure.
So that one's done really, really well. I really enjoyed that. And of course, you got part 2 here.
Part 2,
check out as well. Now, this one, have you got this one on streaming yet?
Right now, it's on Blood Streaming TV. Blood Streaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one is streaming already. So
it's already out there. Yeah.
And that one was more it's folklore, but we did it like grindhouse style.
Yeah, it's a different feel. Yeah. And then we got this one, which is I would say more of a, what do you call it, like more of a revenge sort of feel. Yeah, the old school 70s revenge kind of a deal.
Yeah, this Way to Hell was more just a revenge story, kind of based on the whole Faust backstory. So there wasn't a Pennsylvania thing; it was just the script I always wanted to do.
Yeah, and of course you draw some of your films that you like, your inspiration stuff. There's a few things that are Texas Chainsaw Massacre-esque a little bit. I watched another one on Tubi last night, which was The Devil's Hacksaw, which was fun. It was because it blended the horror with the comedy. There was definitely some comedy moments, like with the level and stuff and all that. So that was really cool. You have a lot of movies out there for people to check out. So there's a lot streaming and a lot on DVD, and you do Blu-ray as well?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. Very cool.
Thank you.
So I was going to ask you, now you kind of do a blend of like old school prosthetics and CGI.
Yes.
Tell me about your process with all that. Like what is it that makes you go one or the other?
If I can't afford to do it, I'll go CG or AI now, I guess either way. It just depends what we're doing. I try to stick to the prosthetics as much as possible, but I can't. Some effects that you just can't do, so I will just go the other way. And
well, if you're like me, sometimes they don't work.
Right, or they don't work.
I've had that many times. Oh, we did it twice; it just doesn't work. Let's move on, kind of a deal. All right. One time I shot most of a movie in a funeral home, so I couldn't get any blood in there whatsoever at all. So I was like, had to do some CGI on there. But I'm like you. Typically, I'd rather do the practical if I can get it to work.
Well, that's another thing new filmmakers don't understand. Like, they have this new technology that get away with getting shots they would never be able to do 20 years ago. I mean, people are on the fence with the AI stuff. I'm like, it's a new tool. If I can use that to go blow up a car and not really blow up a car, I'm going to use it,
Yeah. So you're all pro AI with all that stuff, yeah?
I'm pro AI if it's going to help you be a better filmmaker and get the visual you want. Now, I know people are throwing their hands up about, well, it's taken away from people jobs and what have you, but it's a catch-22. If you're a micro-budget filmmaker and I can get away with it cheaper this way,
chances are you're not going to be hiring anybody anyway, right?
Well, with artwork, I still hire people for artwork, and that was the big thing. Like, your AI flyers and this and that. I'm like, listen, I usually hire my regular guys for the regular work, but if I want a quick flyer just to put together for something, I'll use AI. You can't have both worlds. AI's here. You might as well just get used to it.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean, I think it will be a tool. I think that's something that can be incorporated into filmmaking as a process. I mean, it's, if some people want to use it to make a whole entire movie, to sit and think up a movie real quick, that's a different story.
That's a different story. Yeah,
that's a different story. But I think that it can be used, and I think that there was pushback with, and there still is, I think, to a degree, pushback even with CGI. I think that a lot of people are saying, it's not the same. Which I can agree to an extent. It's not the same, but again, sometimes you have to do what you got to do.
Exactly. And the idea is to finish your movie, get your movie done.
Right. Yeah. And so many people give up because of that or certain other obstacles that I've seen so many half-finished projects. You have to get it done.
Right. Yeah. So, use what you can.
Yeah. Right. So you have like sort of a list of people that you use time and time again. Like I see a lot of recurring actors and actresses in your films, and which I like that. We kind of do that too. Once we get somebody that we really like, and you can really depend on, especially in the indie world where a lot of people flake out. I'm sure you've had these stories where you think somebody's coming and they don't show up. So when you find people who really dedicated.
I've been I guess blessed enough that over the years that I've got like a nice pool of actors, and like I'll say, hey, this is the project we're working on. I was thinking of you for this or that. And they'll tell me, yeah, I'm available or not available. But I do have a cool group that just always comes back and always wants to work. And they're always down to make it the best movie possibly can. And that's hard to find too, because you get actors that just, I don't know, whatever, I'm just here for the day, you know?
Yes.
So it's nice to have a group of people. Like, we always call it camp. We're going to camp for the weekend, or this is our Fat Kid weekend away.
Right.
And,
or a PA who will get a credit for a day and then never see him again. You know?
Yeah. So so it's good that I've been lucky enough to have a cool group of people that still stick around.
Yeah, that is good. That's good. So in your area, I mean, is there a thriving indie film scene there? Is it just you? What do you have?
There's a few of us, but like, no, I mean, you almost have to go to the city, like Pittsburgh area or Erie, Pennsylvania. And we're about 2-3 hours away from that area, but where I'm at, not really. There's a few filmmakers, but like I said, thank God I have a decent crew locally. It's like, well, Ryan's the only guy I know that's making movies. So go work with him. So, but you know, there's younger kids starting out, which is cool, and like they'll ask me questions or want advice, and I give my 2 cents. But they all kind of the younger crews are just different. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old and cranky.
You think they want an easier way out? Is that what the deal is? They're just trying to find something easy, or what?
I'll tell you a quick story. I was talking to a filmmaker that they do. He was going to make like a remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I tried to explain to him, like, you can use elements from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You can come up with your own characters, your own kind of backwoods scenario, but don't do the exact Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He was dead set on doing that, and I said, well, why would you want to do that? Because you can't monetize it, you can't sell it, can't do anything.
Right. Yeah,
and he had to use his head. Yeah, and he tried to tell me that, well, Bill Moseley got his acting career by reenacting some scene, and I'm like, good for Bill Moseley. That was probably 30 years ago.
It was, and that's a very select thing that happened where he made like a parody of it, of The Hitchhiker, and somehow Toby Hooper saw it, and yes. But that's so random, you know. And Toby Hooper isn't alive anymore, so I don't know where you're going with this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, why would you do that? And there's another kid in the area that makes a lot of like superhero movies. I'm like, again, you can't do nothing with them.
Right. Yeah. I never really understood fan films. I I understand like the love of a movie and wanting to like extend it to a degree, but at the same time, like you said, you can't really, like, you're putting in all this effort and work. You could actually make your own original thing that you could do something with and get it out there.
Make your own mark, make your own legacy, make your own catalog, you know, and show us what you. I always say, tell me your story. I want to hear your story.
Right.
And don't tell me what the Punisher did. I just don't get it. Maybe I'm just old and cranky. I don't know anymore.
No, I don't know. Maybe I answer. So what about film festival stuff? Now you're in. I'm assuming there's not that many around where you are. You have to go to the city for that as well.
Yeah, usually there's some travel if we do any film festivals. I've done enough over the years that I'm kind of just. I'm going to sound old and haggy on this, but like I don't. Certain ones I'll still do because I know the people that run them and I know they're decent people. But there's another group I've learned over years that it's more of a cash grab for them, and now I'm like, I don't want to do anything with them now. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of pay to play kind of deal.
Yeah. Well, we paid you money to be in this film festival, and we showed up at this one, and it was at a theater, and all they did was show the shorts, and that was the end of it. I'm like, this is it? Like, no promotion afterwards, no meet or greets, no not like you just took my money and ran.
And usually, like, if you're out of state, a lot of times you'll get a terrible time slot, and if you make the trek there and you try to promote it yourself, there is no promotion. So by the time your movie airs, you're lucky to have 4 people in there. So it's a lot of work for very little.
They're like, here's your laurels. I'm like, those are useless nowadays. They mean nothing.
Right. Yeah. It definitely is different now with that sort of stuff. I remember when IMDb used to be coveted, like getting on there, like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I can get you a credit, and they're like, oh really? But
Yeah.
now it's like it's nothing. It doesn't really.
Well, even that's been bashed to death, and I'm going to sound like an old guy on this one too. Is like a lot of these people that do the crowdfunders. I have nothing against it if that's what you want to do, but they'll be like, "Oh, you can get a producer credit." Well, now they're flooding their IMDb with producer credits, and that's not even what a producer does. Just because they gave money to a GoFundMe doesn't mean you're really a producer.
Yeah. And I'm guilty. I've done a couple of those crowdfunding things, but yeah, I do agree with you. I mean, it is kind of silly.
Oh, I have nothing against GoFundMe. If that's what you do, that's cool.
I don't like them. I haven't done one in years, and I don't like them at all. But sometimes it is a have-to situation. But yeah,
it's the perks. It's like, well, you'll get a IMDb credit for this. Well, it's not what that does.
Well, yeah. Right. So it used to be, and they get probably 10 years ago was something that, it's not so much anymore.
So I just sound like an old cranky old man.
So where are you going in the future? What's your plans for movie making? You're making new movies, a new film on the horizon?
Yeah, this year I decided we're going to do a bunch of short films, and I wanted to do like a creep show anthology film because that's something I've never done, and when I started filmmaking, I started off doing short films. So I grabbed a lot of the old shorts that we did years ago, rewrote them, and we've been shooting shorts since February, and we've got 9 shot. And then we kept talking, well, we had a bunch of more shorts. I'm like, well, we can just keep going. We might make 2 films.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, it's cool because you can shoot them in like a day or 2 and wrap them up quickly. So I'm like, well, if we can make 2 films out of this, that'll be cool. And that way, this was another great way to get everyone involved too. Like everyone got their own short, and everyone that's worked with me, everyone got something special of their own.
It's definitely easier because you don't have to worry about having to get so many people at the same time and work with your schedules and all that. So you just get a couple people for this one, knock it out, get a few. Yeah, I get it. And put them as anthologies is the smart thing to do, because if you just throw a short out there, a lot of people don't really care too much about a short. They won't watch it. But if you put an anthology, some people will watch it. Kind of a deal, and they go, okay, I'll watch this anthology because it does bring me back to Creep Show and stuff like that. But if you say, hey, watch my little short, that's 10 minutes.
I know it's more of a passion project. This is something I always wanted to do, was like a Creep Show film, but I've done a few passion projects and they've landed horribly where we made nothing back. I mean,
all right.
Yeah. We did a film called Inherited Scars, which was like a dark comedy. It wasn't even horror, but it was such a great project and script. We found time. I'm like, let's shoot this. And it was like in the fall, and we put it out. To this day, I've never made a dime yet. And that was about 2 years ago. Yeah.
And I think that's the reason that horror resonates so well with indie filmmakers, is because there is an audience for horror, right? And I feel like comedy, drama on the indie scale, it is so much harder to get that audience for that, because there's just something about it that it just doesn't have the eyeballs. I mean, there's a few people that are interested in it, but like a lot of people just like, they don't really want that. They want the big stars. They want Hollywood when it comes to that sort of stuff. And even most places, festivals and stuff, don't even, there's nowhere to go with that stuff. I mean, I used to live in Chicago. There was like comedy festivals and stuff there, but occasionally, but like, it's just not something that you typically see everywhere. Mm-hmm. Whereas horror is everywhere, really. But like you said, it still is harder nowadays to even get people on that. But at least there are people hungry for new content, and people that and there is a horror audience that, let's face it, will watch anything. Mm-hmm. Right?
Sure.
That's kind of how we are. Like, if it sounds cool to a degree, we'll go for it. Where I feel like with like comedies and especially dramas, they're a little bit more highbrow. And they're like, no, not for me. But
it sucks because it was like one of my favorite films I've ever shot as a filmmaker.
Oh, really?
It's one of the best scripts we ever put together, and it was easy to make because it wasn't horror. It was just a lot of dialogue. But we were so happy, and here it is, and like it just flopped.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hurry up, let out. We got to go shoot a horror movie.
I feel you. We did like a dramatic rom-com once, and
Yeah.
Crickets. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. Even with the horror community, I've noticed there's like different groups. Like you got your horror film fans, and then we shot like a bunch of. I did a lot of documentary work too on like Bigfoot and like exorcisms and ghost hunting, and that's like a whole different group of people that like that stuff. So there's like two different worlds, and like for a long time I was in the Bigfoot world, and then I realized how crazy those people are, and I had to go back to the horror people because they were more normal. But like the niches out there, if you find the right niche, you can make out. If you make your film specifically for a niche, it'll work.
Yeah. I feel like those like Bigfoot convention stuff, those are popping up a lot more. I see a lot more of those now than I used to. So I guess that's gaining some traction.
Oh, yeah, that's huge. Some of my best selling streaming movies are Bigfoot films.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
And, all right, cool. So after you get done with the anthologies, do you have anything else in mind, or are you just going to see what happens after that?
We always have scripts sitting around, so it just depends on what mood I'm in, where we're at, and how much money we got left.
Sure.
Usually take the holidays off, and then we'll regroup for the spring and go from there.
Now you're distributing your stuff yourself.
I do work with a few distributioners, but over the last probably 2 years, about a year and a half, I started just doing it myself. There's nothing wrong with distribution if you have the right setup and the right people to work with. I just kind of wanted to put my foot into that ring and just try it myself. So the last probably about 2 years now, I've been doing it myself, and it's kind of nice that like everything's kind of spread out a bit. Certain films I'm not real sure about like what to do with, so I'll usually go to a distributioner and ask them, what's your take on taking this? Or if they're looking for a film like that, they might ask, hey, can we get that? But I've been kind of really liking the self-distribution here, and it's a beautiful thing now. Filmmakers don't understand, like, you can do it all yourself now. Back in the day, we had to get a distribution,
Oh, yeah, there was no choice. Yeah. If you wanted it seen anywhere,
Yeah. So any filmmaker, I really recommend learn that business, learn the business side of it, because you can do a lot better for yourself almost.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, listen, I know people that listen to this podcast are going to want to check out some of your movies.
Sure.
Tell them where they can watch your movies at and get copies.
Copies, as far as DVDs, you can get them from legendhunterfilms.com. All of our stuff's streaming somewhere. Depends which film you're looking for.
You have a lot on Tubi. A lot on Tubi.
Right? Amazon. Bloodstream TV is a new app that's out, and they're doing just strictly horror films. So a lot of our new stuff's on there now. So Google it; it'll pop up somewhere. Whatever film you want to watch, it'll be out there somewhere.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and what about yourself? As far as like social media kind of stuff, if people want to follow you and check out what you're doing next, where can they find you?
The Facebook World of Craziness. I better not say that. My phone might hear me. You can look me up on Facebook, Instagram. We do a little bit of TikTok. It's either Ryan Cavalline or Legend Hunter Films, one or the other.
One or the other. Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. Well, listen, man, I really appreciate you coming on and talking to us. I really enjoyed your films.
Thank you. Thank you for having
really
me on.
Absolutely. I think Bridget watched a couple of yours as well on Tubi. I think she enjoyed them as well. So we'll get the word out there and get some more eyeballs on it.
I appreciate it. Again, 1,000 thank yous.
Absolutely, man. All right. Well, take care.
Next time.
All right. Ryan Cavalline. Huh? Yes. Of Legend Hunters Films. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very informative for people who are into indie filmmaking. Hopefully you learned a lot there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Well, that does our podcast for June.
Yeah.
The July one coming up.
Yeah, July. And then in the month of August, you might just see Mike and I at Creepy Con in Knoxville.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah. So we can't really announce the date or anything yet because we don't know exactly what's going on. But
yeah,
we may
we'll
be doing
definitely
another
be there.
podcast.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely August. Creepy Con Knoxville. Check it out. I mean, they've got a website, go on their Facebook, Instagram for
Lot
tickets.
of people coming, a lot of guests, a lot of crazy celebrities, a lot of bands this year and stuff too. So
Yes, Twisted. Oh, I'm super excited about it.
Twisted, Guar, and
Gore.
Voltar, and all those. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes, that's what I like
should
about
be.
CreepyCon. It's just they do
They
shows. It's a whole different vibe there. The dark side and the light side, and
they mix
it's
it
gonna
up,
be
don't they?
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It'll be a great time.
All right. All right. Well, very cool. Very cool. So until next time, you better hardcore. Yeah. All right. Until then, later.
Later.
Wow, it's hardcore.
Nothing harder.
Hardcore Horror with Mike and Bridget is a part of the Tennessee Horror Podcast Network.